Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we will solve this problem. We take it before. In the given of this problem, he gave us the ABCD as cyclic quadrilateral. If he bisects the angle BFA and GE bisects the angle CGB, require to find measure of E. The construction we will do that we will draw FG. We also will denote to every angle by a number to be easy. If we say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We know that measure of 3 equals to measure of 4, measure of 7 equals to measure of 8. Let us start. He tells us that ABCD is cyclic quadrilateral, such that ABCD is cyclic quadrilateral. Then measure of 1 plus measure of 2 equals to 108 from the properties of cyclic quadrilateral. Now we will go to the triangle FAG. And triangle FAG. Measure of 1, the angle 1 external of the triangle FAG. Then measure of 1 equals to the interior angle without adjacent. The interior angle is all this and 5. Then we say equals to measure of 5 plus measure of 6 plus measure of 7 plus measure of 8. This is the first measure. Now, also in the triangle FCG. FCG. 2 is external of this triangle. Then measure of 2 equals to measure of 6 plus measure of 5 plus measure of 4 plus measure of 3. Let us do some measure of 1 plus measure of 2. Then measure of 1 plus measure of 2 equals measure of 5 plus measure of 6 plus measure of 7 plus measure of 8. Also plus measure of 6 plus measure of 5 plus measure of 4 plus measure of 3. We know before that measure of 1 plus measure of 2 equals to 180. Then I say this is 180 degrees equals to measure of 5 and measure of 5. Then I can say to measure of 5 plus measure of 6 and measure of 6. We can say plus to measure of 6 plus. If we note that measure of 4 and measure of 3 are equal, measure of 4 equals to measure of 3. Then we can say measure of 4 plus measure of 3 equals to measure of 4. Then I said measure of 3 plus measure of 4, I will write it to measure of 4. Also, measure of 7 and measure of 8 are equal. Measure of 7 plus measure of 8, we can write it plus 2 measure of 7. After this, we can divide it by 2 to the two sides. 100 divided by 2 equals to 90. Equals to measure of 5 plus measure of 6 plus measure of 4 plus measure of 6. Then measure of 5 plus measure of 6 plus measure of 4 plus measure of 7 equals to 9. Let us go to see what's measure of 5, 6, 4, 7. You know that this is 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Also 4 and 7. This is the two angles in the triangle FEG. The two angles in the triangle FEG equals to 9. Then the third angle equals to 9. I say again, this is means measure of angle F or EFG plus measure of angle EFG plus measure of angle FGE. And triangle FEG measure of E equals to 180 minus 90 equals to 90 degree. This is the required to find. I hope everyone will understand this problem. We will meet in another problem with Allah. Until this time, I wish you a good time. Assalamu alaikum.